Safaree Samuels is pulling out all the stops to impress his new bae DreamDoll on the epic November 27th episode of Love Hip Hop New York, titled Streets Are Talking. Hitting up the hottest stores, HES ready to drop dough on anything her little heart desires. Pick out whatever you want. Daddy is going to take you on a glasses spree, he says. DreamDoll has some stuff to get off her mind, explaining how she had a face-off with his ex, Safaree Body. It turned out to be a mess, DreamDoll admits, noting how she beat her nemesis to the punch by throwing a drink on her. Safaree isn't pleased since he wants her to act more ladylike. You can't be dumbing yourself down to the level, he responds. She agrees to play nice after he says the magic words, because you're going to meet my family one day. Elsewhere, Richie Dollars meets up with Brittany Taylor at Capri Ristorante in the hopes of smashing her beef with Bianca once and for all. He wants BRI to take the high road, but that's easier said than done, especially after their tense history. You were clearly the initial aggressor, he says while slamming her decision to pop off. Bianca came in and you were acting like a Tasmanian devil. Throwing shoes across the room is a sucker move. We have a lot to lose right now. Even so, HES got big hopes for her future, especially if she plays her cards right. Richie introduces BRI to Navarro since he'll be bringing deals to the table and needs someone he can trust to double-check the contracts. Navarro wants to link her up with spicy Latin artist HES, all game for an epic collaboration. There's trouble in paradise for Lil Mo and Carl. After their son addressed his cheating rumors, Mo decides it's time to know the truth. I had to be sure, so I asked Carl to take a lie detector test. I came here thinking he would pass with flying colors, but now I don't know what the answers are going to be. Mo is heartbroken when he fails after being asked if he was sexual with another woman. Even though it was years ago, SHES having a hard time letting go of those resentful feelings because his alleged mistress sent naked pics. Mo calls a marriage counselor to salvage their love and Carl is willing to do whatever it takes. He says, I'm here to save my family and marriage. Marie-Arlene calls up her girl Bianca to spill all the tea. I've been dating this real smooth criminal James R. I thought I was his leading lady, she explains, noting how she found him canoodling with Sophia. Even though Marie-Arlene left him, this new heated feud is far from over. Bianca also fills her friend in on the girl drama and Marie-Arlene totally wants DreamDoll to stop protecting BRI after last week's feud. If she looks at me sideways, I'm going to drag that BTCH, Marie-Arlene says. Later, she meets up with DJ Self to try to clear the air, especially since DreamDoll is also signed to him. Awkward. Marie-Arlene wants him to get a grip so the label doesn't get destroyed because of the drama associated with his messy artist. Yikes, Papoose couldn't be more excited to start a family with Remy Ma, but he feels like SHES hesitating because of her skyrocketing career. I know the timing has to be right, but I feel like SHES postponing it, he says during his confessional. However, Remy is all for it, but doesn't want to empty her plate entirely. The house, the store, the album. It can overlap, the in vitro fertilization can go at the same time as the album. I want everything to be as perfect as can be, she says. It's going to be the #1 pregnancy, he boasts. Remy reveals Juju gave her some doubts about being able to conceive, which upsets Papoose, so he tells her don't put that energy in the atmosphere. Just stay positive. It's just about whenever you're ready. Safaree is still grieving after the devastating news of his uncle Vern's tragic passing. I never had to deal with a death in the family this close. For him to have been murdered, I don't even know how to describe it, he says, while getting visibly emotional. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. Safaree breaks down in DreamDoll's arms and he admits someone stabbed his uncle. He was found on the floor in the kitchen and the police still don't know who did it. Even though it's a sad situation, I feel closer to Safaree than ever, she explains. It's awful, but I'm glad I can support him. Safaree is so grateful DreamDoll is all heart and staying by his side. Meow and A sets up a special meeting with Richie and he can barely handle how strong she comes onto him. The songstress goes as far as to mention becoming his wife, which of course causes him to blush. Even though SHES technically married, she doesn't feel connected to Ruben in the least. A begins unbuttoning his shirt and talks about playing with him, leading him to plant a kiss on her cheek. She invites him to have a drink upstairs and it's pretty obvious they're headed towards a hot hookup, since they both agree to do grown-up things. Richie quit the Creep Squad, but he jokes even though him trying to be the new Richie D. SHES making it hard for a player at the end. Juju, Yandy and Bianca are having a conversation when Jonathan walks up. He admits to getting himself involved in their drama and Bianca is livid. "I've got friends that can beat you up," she says. "You think him scared of you?" "BTCH please," Jonathan claps back. "I never said anything about Yandy," Bianca yells, while trying to get the record straight. "Do not mention my name out of your mouth. It's going to start drama, period." Yandy is her manager and friend, so Bianca doesn't like how SHES cool with both of them. However, Yandy wants her to grow up and focus on her career. "You have a new contract. Your career is taking off," she says, noting how Bianca is risking everything for gossip. Tune in Monday at 87C on VH1 to watch Love Hip Hop New York Hollywood Lifers. Thoughts on tonight's episode? Tell us below.